Well, the Buffalo Bills are entering Week 8 of the NFL season, leading the AFC East after starting this season with a 4-0 record, which was the best start for the Bills since 2008. And the team has shown a lot of promise, especially with a man at quarterback for the first time in many years. To some fans, the hope this season is reminiscent of the days when Bills Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly was at the helm from the mid-'80s to mid-'90s. I sat down with Kelly to hear his thoughts on this Bills team and the outlook on the glory days for the Bills all these years later. "11 seasons at quarterback with the Buffalo Bills, 4 consecutive Super Bowl trips in the early 90s, a Hall of Fame induction, and a legacy left on the field at what's now Bills Stadium."
Back to pass. Can't find anyone. Now throws, and it's good to Lofton, and he runs in for the touchdown.
30 years later, those memories of the team and the fans are still vivid for now 60-year-old Jim Kelly.
Of course, when we didn't win the Super Bowls, how down on the front steps in downtown Buffalo, how they all came together and how they supported Scott Norwood after Super Bowl 25.
Ever since this era came to an end with Kelly's emotional retirement in 1997 without a Super Bowl win,
I'm officially announcing my retirement from the NFL and as a quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
Bills fans have been waiting for the next franchise quarterback to finish where the team of the early 90s started. And Kelly says right now he's optimistic about Bills' current quarterback, Josh Allen.
With Josh Allen as the quarterback, I have, in my heart, I feel that we have a chance to come back and win. It's been a long time since I had that feeling. We need a quarterback here for many, many more years. The same quarterback.
Do you think he's the guy?
I hope, and I do. Yes, I do. I really do.
Most years, Kelly can be seen on the Bills' sidelines cheering on the team, but he can't this season because of COVID-19 restrictions. So, like all fans, he's watched the games on TV instead of in person. What do you think about the Bills this season?
Up and down. I guess the bottom line is if they don't start stopping people, it doesn't matter what Josh Allen does.
Okay.
Kelly has been a mentor to Josh Allen since the Bills drafted Allen in 2018. Kelly says the two talk often, and he sees Allen as a natural leader. He says Allen still has things to work on, and the rest of the pieces of the team puzzle need to come together as well.
Ask Bruce Smith. Ask Cornelius Bennett. Ask Darryl Talley. You're not going anywhere unless you have a defense.
And speaking of his former teammates, Kelly says he's still close with a lot of them. Some of them even talk back and forth in a group text during Bills games.
It's me, Bruce, Thurman, Andre, Tasker, Will Wolford, Chris Moore, Darryl Talley. Sometimes I shut my phone off during the game because these guys going back for, I can't believe that guy did that. What are we doing this for? Why are we doing that? Why do we want to do this?
Hurry it up, hurry it up, hurry
Kelly credits the relationships with his teammates to their former coach, Marv Levy, plus the outcomes of their seasons together.
To be honest with you, if we would have won a couple of those Super Bowls, I'm not sure we would be as close as we are today. And
while the images of those Super Bowl losses are engraved in many fans' minds, Kelly himself has chosen not to relive them, even all these years later.
I still have not seen the games. I have not watched the 4 Super Bowls, and I don't know if I'll ever watch them. I know I said that maybe one day I'll sit down with my grandson or somebody and watch them. I was hoping my son, but right now, they're on ESPN all the time, and I change the channel real quick.
After all these years, has the outlook changed at all when you look back on those?
It still hurts, and it always will, but I don't let it dominate my mind. I quickly think about good things, and that's pretty much what I do about my life, the things that, that I've been through.
And as we just heard him mention, Jim Kelly has been through a lot, not just with football, but also his personal life. His son Hunter died of Krabbe disease in 2005, and Kelly has battled jaw cancer 3 times since 2013.
At the time when I was going through it, at the beginning, I was mad. I was mad that why does the good Lord put me through all this? But I get it now. I didn't get it before.
And coming up tonight on News 4 at 11, I will continue that conversation with Jim Kelly as we shift from football to personal life. Hear how he says he's using the challenges he's faced as an opportunity to help others. Again, that's coming up tonight on News 4 at 11. And Todd, obviously it's a really powerful story, all the personal things that he's been through. So I'm looking forward to sharing that tonight. But going back to this football aspect, I'm not sure how many people knew that he has not watched those Super Bowls.
I just learned that now. That's an interesting fact, and that he would change the channel quickly if he sees it.
Yeah, you have to wonder. Obviously, they're tough for fans to watch, so I'd assume, and it makes a lot of sense. But definitely learned a lot about him through that interview.
Sure. Well, that's really cool. That's a great experience. Can't wait to hear the rest of that. And I also like his optimism towards Josh Allen because, I don't think he'd say it if he didn't mean it.
Absolutely.
So
I think fans are excited to hear that for sure.
For sure. And, this weekend, we would try to decide last night if the rivalry is still the same without Brady here. But for what it's worth, this weekend, we are going to get into some rain and wind for the game. First, we have to get through basically tonight and tomorrow morning, which for some, I'd say